Hey guys, welcome back to Babe Brews. I'm Valerie.
I'm Marlena.
And this episode is going to be about some farm incidents that happened on the farm with me.
We've got lots.
I got some good ones.
Lots.
How was the week in the cafe with us, you think?
This week was great. It was Father's Day recently, but I don't know when this will come out. But thank you for a really nice weekend. It was super
great.
Fun. All the daddies.
Yeah, hey daddy. You could be my daddy. Just kidding. God. I'm just kidding. I'm drinking another Lavender Fields latte, which is lavender, and we do a little blend of something else. It's my little trade secret. I'm not gonna let you know what else I got in there, but it's really good espresso. What are you drinking, Marlena?
Black cold brew.
Yep. So we just don't. And so not only do we have the podcast, I also have a cafe. It's called Hens Honey Shoppe, and not only do we have just over the top latte, sweet. We also do regular basic. We do everything in here. And we also are known for our coffee flights. We were one of the first in the area about 3 years ago. You ought to stop in and try a coffee flight one day.
So fun.
Yeah, so fun. And don't forget, guys, to subscribe to us on YouTube, Spotify, and we're now on Amazon Music as well. It's free and you help support a small business and two pretty girls.
Oh, two?
Two. Bitch. Hey, Marlena, have you ever been rammed? All right, welcome back, guys. Speaking of ramming, the reason I asked Marlena that was because I was recently just rammed by a sheep.
Clip the video.
For those of you who don't know about me, I have lived on a farm my entire life. I grew up on a beef cattle farm with my parents and my 3 siblings and my mommy. And then I married my husband now, and I've been on the farm with him for almost 20 years. I think we're at 19 years, something like that now. So I've been a farm girl my whole life. And when I was younger, I've been rammed before, but when you get older and you get rammed by a sheep, you get scared. Let me tell you, I went out into the field. We were going to do like a cute little clip because we just recently had baby sheep born out there, which I think we're up to 4 now, aren't we?
Yeah.
We have Albert and we have 3 other little ones. And I went out, I thought it'd be cute. Let me go out and do a little bit of footage with the new baby sheep. And I walked out and I couldn't tell which one had the balls because the moms have the big udders now and they turn sideways. They have their wool and everything on them. And he really surprised me. He nailed me the second time in the side of my knee. It really hurt.
Guys, the first red flag is that his name is Mr. Rammy.
All last, right? Wait! Ah! Oh my God! I'm gonna pee myself. Wait. Well, still, he has never, ever, ever rammed me. All the 50 times I've been in the field with the damn thing, he's never they're usually afraid of me. They run away from me. They know I'm a bitch. Just kidding.
Maybe you shouldn't have questioned his sexuality when you said, wait, is that the male?
I couldn't tell, but let me tell you, I was scared. He really did hurt me. So that's one of the incidents. You can always get hurt by animals on a farm. And when I was in high school, I did not work at a custard stand or a little store or something like that. I used to work at local farms and I used to milk cows. And I can remember I used to work in a parlor, which is where the cows are like almost like eye level with you. We used to clean their udders. We put the machines on them. And I can remember a couple of times where I'd stick my head under and I never got kicked backwards with a cow, but sometimes they throw their legs up. And I remember one time I got knocked really hard in the head by a cow. Fuck you.
That explains it.
Yeah, wow.
No, you can really get hurt. One time I was at horse camp when I was little and we were all walking the horses up from the field. And the girl in front of me, now granted, we were like 8 and 9 at the time. She tripped in front of her horse and it kept walking and it walked right over top of her.
Oh, yeah.
It was terrible. She had huge like hooves imprinted on her back, the horseshoes. It was terrible.
If they don't mean to, they're just animals.
Oh, yeah, but accidents happen.
Yeah, definitely. It can definitely happen.
I've been attacked by roosters many times. It's the scariest thing ever. And you'll just get a huge rush of adrenaline and be screaming for your life running.
I'd be screaming too if big cocks were chasing me. Just saying. That's what they're called. They're called cocks. Roosters, cocks. Okay. I'm funny, guys.
Jesus.
I want to tell a story. I'm going to probably say the funniest story that's ever happened to me on the farm. It was a few years ago when I thought I was Holly Madison from The Girls Next Door. I used to wear like the high.
A few years ago.
Okay, a few years ago. It was just like a couple years ago.
Mom, this is like 13 years ago. This is back when I was in middle school, guys. I was maybe in like 4th grade.
All right, whatever. Okay, it was a century ago. I was out in the field. I was overseeding an alfalfa field with just a little John Deere tractor. Overseeding means it's already planted, but you just want to add more seed to the field so you get more alfalfa. I was out, la, 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 my little tiny short, hot pink shorts on. I was very thin at the time too. And I knew my kids were coming down the road on the school bus. So I'm like, let me try to stop the school bus so I can have my kids get off in the field with me so I didn't have to get to the end of the field, jump in my car, go back to the house and get the kids off the school bus. I thought, let me save a little bit of time. They can drop them off with me. I see the bus coming. I'm like, okay, let me jump off now. I'm in the middle of the field. Put the tractor in neutral and everything. Normally on a tractor, you get off on the left side. Usually on a lot of tractors, there's not steps on the right side, but I'm like, I'm okay. I'm athletic. I'm skinny. I can jump off the right side of the tractor. The school bus stopped, started letting off the other kids at the house across the field. I jump off. And as I jump off,
she jumped off the wrong side too.
All right, I jumped off the right side, but there was no steps or nothing. I'm talking the tractor revved completely up. And I was stuck. Like I panicked. I didn't even know.
You didn't even say she got her shorts stuck on the throttle.
That's what I was going to say. My shorts were stuck on the throttle. So not only were they stuck, my whole vagina and ass was hanging out for these kids on the school bus. And I couldn't get off. I was stuck. So my leg was kind of up, but my shorts were pulled all the way up the back of my fucking back up to my neck. And everything was hanging out, y'all.
Terrible.
I mean, everything was hanging off. And the tractor is in full like, because I had pulled the whole throttle down and my ass, I was stuck to it. I don't even know how I got off of it. I think I had to kind of like climb back up on the side. I don't know if it was the tire or whatever. I finally got off. The bus went by. Of course, the kids were still on the bus. I never got the kids off the school bus. I bent the whole throttle off on the side of the tractor.
The bus driver was probably like, who's that weirdo out in the field?
I slowed it up and everything, and I'm trying to bend it back in. I'm like, what just happened? So I run it into the field. I go to the house, I get the kids, and in the meantime, I get on my cell phone and I'm trying to text or call the bus driver. I'm like, oh my God, did you just see what happened? I think her name was Kathy. I'm like, Kathy, she's like, no, I didn't see nothing. Let me tell you, them kids on that school bus saw my vagina and my ass. There's no doubt in my mind. They were hanging off and saw me. It was horrible.
Scarred for life, I'm sure.
So I get the kids, I take the tractor back up to the farm. I never told Scotty about what happened.
Just has a huge dented throttle.
Did you break the throttle on the tractor?
Big butt.
He had to fix it. Yeah, I did. That was like horrible that day. To this day, I'll never forget that. I'm just like, oh.
You live in the country when you have to get dropped off to fields, or dad would come pick me up from high school with his big grain haulers and stuff.
That was awesome. Oh yeah, with the big Kenworth. Oh yeah, he'd pick you up with the big
full load of like beans or something.
Oh yeah.
We have to go here real quick.
I mean, we have lots of like funny stories. We have lots of scary stories, a lot of sad stories. We lose a lot of animals with the farm. Animals don't live forever. Unfortunately, I wish they did. That brings me to one time at band camp, just kidding. We were somewhere at a party or something, and my husband called me in like a big panic. He goes, you got to come home. I think the cows have rabies.
This was terrible. How old was I? Like 11 or 12? I don't know,
something like that. I'm like, rabies? He goes, you can't believe it. They're like running into fences. They're drooling. So he hangs up on me. It was horrible. So I get to the house. There's like all this group of like all these farmers there. They had a veterinarian there. It was crazy. We had about I'm going to say 6 to 8 cows. A couple of them were dropping dead in the field. I remember one of our big bulls had jumped the fence.
They broke the fence and they were dead in the woods. It was bizarre. You've never seen anything like it.
It was horrible.
It was a tragedy.
So we didn't know what happened. So the vet, they wound up doing, I wrote it down what it was called.
An autopsy.
It's not an autopsy. For animals, it's called a...
dissection?
No, where the hell did I put it? Oh, necropsy. So it's called a necropsy, and it's on animals instead of an autopsy, like, on people. So we had this big giant, and we pay a lot of money for our bulls because they breed. They're like our sires for all of our, so we have, all of our heifers and cows. So we have nice calves every year. Some go to market, but a lot of them also go to other farms, and we sire the bulls out for that way and sell them that way.
Or some become our pet, like Dorothy, and just get overweight.
Oh yeah. Leave my cow alone. Mm-hmm. Some people think you're overweight too. Just kidding.
Well, anyways, I got to help cut off the bull's head and hold the bag for his guts and his brain. I'm really good with this stuff. Being on the farm, you see terrible things. And I think I've just become not like cold, but just numb to it.
You're just used to it.
So I'm just so good with it. And I was like, I'll hold the bag.
We had to run it out to Pennsylvania. I think it was... we
had to write down everybody's names who touched the blood or touched any of the stuff in case it was rabies.
It was horrible. So here, long story short, what happened, we have a big Quonset hut and we store our soybeans in it. And I guess, I don't know, somehow the soybeans overflowed out the back and went into the back of this building into the cow field. And our cows ate it. Cows will eat and eat and eat. And the soybeans fermented in them. And I also wrote down what it's called. They said they believe it was something like a protein intoxication. So one of the cows, in fact, we had to wind up putting down because she went blind. She fell over. It was horrible, but it was just the way that the soybeans just fermented in their stomach. I guess it made gas or almost turned, I guess, like into, I guess you would say like a wine
something
or something
toxic.
Like that. It was horrible. Yeah.
It's sad.
That was bad. Yeah.
So our workers always do a field check and stuff, but now every day they do a perimeter check around the field.
Just to make sure. Yeah. I mean,
God
it's pretty
forbid
good.
something happens again.
I mean, it was just an accident, terrible accident that just happened. It's, life. It's just what happens sometimes. But I mean, there's like tons and tons of stuff. I mean, there's times where I've been stuck in the field a few years ago, literally. A huge storm was coming in. I can always remember this. I don't know, I was froze to death. A huge storm came in. It started lightning and thundering, and I had to bring home this tractor. I felt like I was doing like 90 miles an hour down the road, but high gear, you do 15. So I was flying down the road with this big load of alfalfa. I get into the farm. My lips are blue. I'm shaking. It takes me forever. I'm like, I've been a farmer my whole life. I cannot back in a damn load of no matter what on a trailer. I've hit so many buildings. It's just a whole technique. I don't think at this point in my life, since I'm in my 40s, that I'll ever learn. And I don't care to ever learn it. I usually pull in or just let somebody else. But anyhow, I pull in the farm and the guys unload, back the wagon in for me. That was horrible that time.
Yeah. One time there was a tornado. Scary. We were in the back of the barn.
That was awful.
Yeah.
So every time I hear tornado, like I get like, oh my God, the kids. We were hiding behind like a big planter, and that was really scary that day. Our trees were like bent over like this, and it ripped some of the roof off of the building, and that was really scary. But I mean, I have lots and lots of stories. In fact, I had mentioned I grew up on a farm. I lived on a farm my whole life with my parents. I have a broken collarbone that I never got fixed because I didn't know it was broke, actually. I was probably 16 or 17. We were out baling hay. I never have ever wore gloves. I never will wear gloves when I do hay. I don't care what anybody says. The one time my aunts, I love y'all, but you guys got me a pair of gloves for some event or something like that. I wore gloves.
Just what every kid wants.
I wore gloves. I was on the top of like a 7-layer load. And when you square off the front of a load of hay, because we did everything by hand at the time, my dad used to throw like the end bales up to me and everything. And then you just hold them up there till you're ready to square off the front. Anyhow, I guess I lost my balance. I threw the bale off and my fucking glove got stuck in the string on the bale of hay, and off the side I went. Oh my God, I fell on my head. I can still remember like going off the side for some reason. And I can remember hitting the ground, and I got up automatically and I started running. My dad grabbed me and threw me to the ground. They rushed me to Elmer Hospital. They checked my whole face, my whole head. I only broke my glasses. Never broke my, I know, let me guess. That's what's wrong with your head. Is you fell on it.
You just done it too many times.
But like, that's probably it. But they never checked. And I still have a really bad, like broken collarbone from that fall.
It just healed wrong.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's bad. It's like jagged, they said, and it's all overlapping, but I'm still strong like a bull. Know that. Do you have any other good stories or?
I don't know. All mine are really depressing.
Yeah. I think the kids that live on the farm, like this is one thing I'm fortunate with my kids is I never had cell phone.
Yeah.
Like when you guys were young, like I played with you guys. I let you guys get dirty. You guys had imaginations. I got you like, I can remember my son Sam out in the field dressed as Robin Hood with a hat and the big feather in it. Like I let my kids
I would just sit in the truck for hours with my mom. We would haul loads back and forth to the farm all day.
And sing.
Yeah, like we'd listen to the same CDs over and over and over again in the car.
That's okay.
But it was fun.
But I didn't have my phone and I had all my attention on you guys. And I wasn't fixated on texting this person this picture of you or look what I'm doing or like, I don't know, like to me that, don't get me wrong, I love my phone now, but I really like that time that I had with you. And I hope if you ever have kids that you know, other people, you do put down your cell phone and really appreciate and spend that time that you're never going to get back. Because my baby is going to be 18 this August and I get sick to my stomach. I'm like, whew, man, what I wouldn't give back, just to go back in time a little bit and just maybe hold him or, I do miss those times. I'll look forward to grandkids, but there's nothing like your kids.
You have a grand cat.
Yeah, wow, Gizmo.
I got him from the farm. My mom texted me one day. She goes, If you come to the farm, I hear a kitten crying. If you get it out of the thing, whatever it was, you can keep it. I get to the farm and I hear a kitten crying in the barn. I'm looking. It's in the cat loader tire, which are massive. They're huge, thick, and it's underneath like the slot. I had to reach my hand all the way in. He was all the way in there. I don't even know how I got him out. I think he was just hungry and wanted, so I kind of like guided him down the side of the tire and I got him out. I took him home and then he went in the barn and then he died. Guys, my cat died like 5 times.
We had to go out to Pennsylvania for something that day and she cried the whole way out and the whole way home that the kitten died.
Because he was only maybe like 2 weeks old at the time when I got him. His eyes still just opened.
He was
I felt
a little older than that.
Horrible. I was like, he died. I named him Gizmo because he was so ugly, like a gremlin.
He was an ugly cat.
Yeah, I'll send you guys a picture.
He had like the sticking up hair all over the
big
place.
eyes.
Yeah, he was ugly. Ooh.
But I felt terrible. I was like, he died. So we get home from Pennsylvania that day because I went out in the morning and he was dead, wasn't moving, and he was still a little bit warm. I was like, ugh, he just died. I shook him, didn't wake up. We get back from Pennsylvania and my dog is running around. I'm like, what's wrong, Stonewall? He takes me out to the barn and the kitten's in there meowing. And I'm like, what? So I take Gizmo inside and that's how Gizmo became an indoor cat. Yep. We weren't supposed to have indoor cats, but now he is the baby of the house. Everybody loves Gizmo.
Everybody loves Gizmo. We meow all day in the shop, cafe. We're always talking about Gizmo. Gizmo is famous.
But he's my baby and now he's going to be 5 this August.
Yeah, a 16-pound baby.
Okay.
He's a fat ass.
So are you.
Oh my God.
Don't talk about my cat like that.
Just document that. He hates you.
He hates you.
But everybody loves Gizmo. In fact, I have a picture of him back in the cafe, in the kitchen when I work. I can look at his little eyes all day. So cute.
But yeah, I love cats. I always get the baby animals from the farm and would raise them, all the kittens or puppies or chicks or turkeys. Yep. I just love animals and I love baby things. I can raise literally anything. You just give me something and it's so fun. Yep. We've done everything.
That's why I said it's kind of gross, but I've had my arm all the way up to my elbow up to my shoulder, up in cows' vaginas. I've pulled, I'm going to say 75 calves my whole life. I mean, I've always living on a farm. I've seen it all. Stuff does not gross me out.
Yeah.
Minivans gross me out. Just kidding. But lots of, it takes a lot to gross me out. I was just born different. And I got to say,
we're just good with that stuff.
Yep. I'm hardly ever sick. And I don't know if it's because we grew up like barefoot, like stepping in cow shit. Like I don't know. We had a garden. I mean, we like raised our own beef and, my dad, always butcher our own, cows and pigs and stuff like that. I just think times have really
the
changed.
Country lifestyle.
That's what it is.
But it's like, we appreciate it because we can appreciate other things more or going, I don't know.
Yep. Yeah, like I said,
this area, Swedesboro, is so city-like for me. I'm like, wow.
Very city for us.
You guys get DoorDash? Oh, yeah. That's amazing. I don't know what that's like. You guys have local police? That's amazing. It takes an hour for a trooper to get to our house. I'll be dead by the time I call them.
Yeah, but we love it. And let me tell you, and another thing that's very, very dangerous for me, and I like for everybody to think about this, put down your cell phones when you're driving, because last year, one of our guys was turning, it's a new tractor, we have signals. He was making a left turn on a bend, a double line, and somebody
He even had a blinker on.
Right into the side of him.
Who tries to pass on the left when somebody has a blinker onto the left, physically already turning? It was a dump truck. It was all caught on camera too.
It was horrible. And
they did it to a mail truck too recently. Well, not recently, but last year at our farm.
Everybody's in a big rush to go nowhere. It's not worth it. Slow down. And I love y'all, but everyone's like, oh, we love farmers. We love our farmers.
Oh yeah, that
you
irks
love
my
us
soul.
Till we're in front of you on a road. But just remember, we feed your asses. Just remember that. Like I said, he was making his left turn and this truck just plowed into the side of him, a double line. And my son was there at the time and he had to rush down into the field to get my husband out of off of one of the tractors.
And he was 16. He watched the accident. Poor Sam drove
horrible.
To the accident first. He was scared to death to walk around the tractor in case, God forbid, our guy was dead.
We thought that our employee had passed away.
And my brother, he's a 16-year-old boy, scared to death, sobbing, doesn't know what to do.
And my husband said, out of the corner of my eye, so I looked over and there he stood by the stop sign. He was all beat up and everything else, but he lived. And I'm going to have them insert the picture. The fact that even the trooper said it's a miracle that he even made it off that tractor. Somebody was with him that day. Let me tell you, bent that Kubota tractor in half.
That was terrible.
That was awful.
And watching the footage back and then seeing his family running out was just horrible.
My God, I sobbed for I just You just can't. Just slow down a little bit. And like I said, just, give us a break. We're
And
not
you know
going
what
to be in
else
front
I
of
want
you
to
for
bring
too
up?
long.
One time when I was younger, my dad was driving near Quentin and people thought they were funny. This young boy in high school at the time and threw a football at my dad's head while he was driving the tractor. I don't know who you are, but if I ever meet you, you don't want to talk to me.
And it hit him in the head while he's driving a tractor down the road. You're fucking cool, dude. You are cool.
And I think it got out that he was going to the Votech at the time and his dad was an officer in Salem or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'd like to know who you
But that
are.
was just crazy.
But you don't throw a football at somebody's head while they're driving a tractor. Who do you think you are?
Anyway, while you're driving down the road. I'm
Yeah,
just
but who
saying.
does that to somebody?
He
What
drove
if it
it-
hit my dad in the it could have killed him.
And it wasn't like he was on the side of the road. He was in a vehicle and he went by and he threw it out of his vehicle at my husband's head. So
I'll throw a ball at
that's
your
okay.
head.
Karma's a bitch.
And life is not like a country song on the farm. Half of those country artists don't even live on farms. They'll be like, oh, y'all pickup truck drinking with my boys. Like, okay.
You would think all farmers are alcoholics the way they're talking. I'm not on the farm at all, hardly at all
Go
anymore.
down and fishing. If you get time, if you're actually on a farm, you don't have time to do any
You
of
don't
that
have time
stuff.
to do
You're
it.
working.
You're excited if you can make it to bed by, especially during harvest season, spring season by 11 o'clock. But the way some of these country songs are, they have us like dating everybody named Billie Jean and
then they're all
Emma
like,
Lou and
I don't know.
always drinking and having picnics and shit. And I love you, Post Malone, but damn, we're not like that.
No.
I'm just like, God, all we do is
But a
work
lot of people,
24/7.
I don't know. Or they're like this,
There's definitely,
that.
What's your favorite thing about being a farm girl, being a cowgirl?
I like the privacy of being on a farm. I like tanning naked out back.
Oh.
No, but I just like, I don't know. I think it's nice and I like the quality of life. And I think that we learn to appreciate things more. And I think we're a little bit tougher because of it.
Definitely.
And yeah, it's just nice.
I always say we're strong like a bull.
Yeah.
I love living on the farm. I wouldn't change it for anything. It's exciting when I do get to go to Philly or the city or something like that. But when you all comes down, like after like a couple days, I'm ready to come back to the house. I mean,
and I feel like I learned a lot of real life experiences and things that you would never know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like I know a lot. And some people be like, what? Some people don't even know what a cow is.
I appreciate a lot of things in life. And I know how hard what we have, how hard we've had to work to get that. You know what I mean? So I do appreciate, and I appreciate, and I say before every morning I get up, I thank God that I have another day on this earth and that I woke up, alive and still breathing. So that's important to me. So I want to end it with a thought of my day. Not everyone will understand your journey, and that's okay. Keep going anyway, because your purpose is bigger than their opinions.
That's good. That's a good one.
I'm always good.
Yeah, I like that one. My thought of the day is life is rough, so you got to be tough.
Oh.
Johnny Cash.
Wow. Hey, strong like a bull, girl. Yeah, that's right.
I just thought that was a good one.
Well, that wraps it up for this episode of Boss Babe Brews. Please be sure to follow us on YouTube, Spotify, and we're now on Amazon Music as well. It's free, guys, and we'd appreciate your support. And then every Friday, a new episode comes up. You won't miss it. When you subscribe, you'll be sure to get it. And visit us at Hens Honey Shoppe. We're located in Swedesboro, New Jersey. I'm Valerie.
And I'm Marlena. Also, make sure you stop by to buy merch. We have super cute stuff in the cafe.
Yeah, really cute. Yeah.
Meow.
This has been Boss Babe Brews, hosted by Valerie and Marlena Robinson, recorded at Hens Honey Shoppe in Swedesboro, New Jersey, and produced by Breakdown Media. Follow Hens Honey on Instagram and TikTok for more, and make sure you subscribe to get new episodes every Friday.